What is the difference between white power versus black power?
And I think we're all Americans at the end of the day. But the white person got it right now said, white power. What is your original thought on that?
Well, that's associated with the KKK. Well, that's associated with the KKK.
So in conclusion, if a 3 to 5 minute internet search can completely obliterate your stance on a concept, then you probably are articulating it from a studied position of feigned ignorance. Let us explain. Everything that we just shared in the previous post, and just pretty much every post that we post on our page, is you can do your own legwork. And we know we got middle of the road feelings about the whole AI thoughts, we should say, right? Well, no. The impending doom for society, we think you could have a feeling in that, maybe. Anyway, not important. The dichotomy on this is that you have to be able to be smarter than the AI to get to the right questions, because if you ask the right questions, you're going to get the right answers. But if you intentionally go out of your way to ask the wrong questions, then of course you're going to get the wrong answers. For example, can black people be racist versus why are black people not racist? Two different questions, you're going to get two different results based on the voice and the tone, because you're going to get something that goes in congruence with the different stances and beliefs. But if you only search anybody can be racist, then you're only going to find why anybody can be. You understand? It's opposition research. That's the word that we use here in America, right? All right. So the KKK has actually not been designated as a terrorist organization by the same people who designated the Black Panther Party for self-defense as terrorists, and because they use the fourth branch of the government, also known as the media, to portray the Black Panthers militant, aggressive, etc. But they weren't riding out on Caucasian people, nor the cops. The cops are coming to them for shootouts. You understand? Like if you're in your house right now, or your place of business even, and a car rolls up and people start firing into your building where you're at, and you start firing back, just because it's the cops, does that automatically mean the cops are in the right? No, it does not. No, it absolutely does not. There has to be more moving pieces. And so when they go into the COINTELPRO, where they were planning people, turning people snitches, and forcibly disbanding the Black Panther Party for self-defense, while the KKK, they did the research with that whole Black Klansman movie. That wasn't just a movie, that was based on real life events, and they understood the inner workings and the network and how insidious and hidden the KKK is, right? And then even not just the actual Klan members, but the people who support so-called white supremacy, again, white divine right to the planet and dominion over everything, the master race. Okay, people who believe this, right? They're doing nefarious things to our people on a regular basis. When they call the cops, it's for the direct concept of having you delete it from this plane of existence, because you're not doing what they said to do. Very similar to the dude that got lynched for not saying Mr. And it wasn't just that guy that was offended by not being called Mr. grabbed him and lynched him by himself. A mob of Caucasian men went to the jailhouse, got a black man out, because how dare he be an uppity Negro to not call that good, upstanding white man Mr. They were all collectively offended enough to go out there and lynch him. Now, were they Klansmen mixed in that group? We don't know, because according to the reportings, they weren't wearing their sheets. They were just the average, everyday, just like the people listening to this right now firsthand, a lot of y'all are average, everyday, good white people. That's what they were doing in unison. And there weren't a whole mass of white people that got they're going to lynch so-and-so, let's go stop them from doing. That didn't happen. That rarely happens. Because if you go to stop and impede that flow, you get the same thing the so-called N-word is.
That's why I'm not taking anything. I mean, you won't think something like you won't think something like I understand.
REX